In Colorado, seemingly ordinary couples' arguments explode into a nightmare that shatters the community's sense of security. Shenting Guo and her boyfriend emerge in a heated discussion about an unplanned pregnancy, but the conversation takes a chilling turn. What unfolds is a brutal attack that leaves the man dead in manners that are so horrific, it defies comprehension. Police arrive at the scene and prepare for the brutality day encounter. As they delve deeper, the case becomes more disturbing with each passing moment. This documentary isn't just about uncuting the killing details of the crime. It's about understanding the psyche of Shenting Guo, the woman investigators probably describe as twisted. We will explore the tragic consequences of a domestic dispute gone wrong, piecing together the events that led to the shocking act of violence. A domestic dispute in Colorado escalated into a horrifying tragedy on Tuesday night. Shenting Guo, a 32-year-old woman, called the police to the Woodspring Suites after an argument with her partner turned violent. Officers arrived to find the man, whose identity remains undisclosed, lying naked and unresponsive. Sadly, he was pronounced dead at the scene. Details surrounding the incident are still emerging, but according to an affidavit obtained by the Daily Sentinel, Guo admitted to stabbing the man. While maintaining she didn't intend to kill him, she confused to acting out of anger during a heated argument earlier that day. The affidavit reveals Guo thought the victim was preventing her from sleeping and threatened her with a knife. The situation evidently spiraled out of control, leading to the fatal stabbing. This tragic incident underscores the dangers of domestic violence, a complex issue that can take a sudden and devastating turn. With the investigation ongoing, authorities are piecing together the complete picture of what transpired and what motivated Guo's actions. The affidavit sheds further light on the possible motive behind the attack, revealing a situation fueled by a sensitive topic. Guo reportedly expressed suspicion that she was pregnant again, sparking a heated debate about paternity. The details surrounding the pregnancy and the man's potential involvement as the father remain unclear. This allegation, however, ignited a significant point of contention within their argument. According to the affidavit, the disagreement intensified to the point where Guo lashed out in a silent act, resorting to a knife and inflicting a step wound to the man's leg. The brutality of the attack didn't end there, with the affidavit alleging that Guo went on to commit a further act of horrific mutilation. The aftermath of the attack painted a disturbing picture of Guo's possible indifference to the gravity of the situation. The affidavit states that Guo left the scene not to seek medical attention, but to acquire seemingly unrelated items: antibiotics, rubbing alcohol, beer, and curiously forgetting bandages. This raises questions about her intent and priorities. Further unsettling detail emerge as the affidavit reveals the victim's pleas. In response, Guo allegedly provided ibuprofen and greens, a questionable course of treatment for a life-threatening condition. The nightmarish scene reached its horrifying conclusion around 9 p.m. when Guo, described as hysterical by dispatchers, called the police to report an unresponsive male. Officers arriving at the scene discovered a blood-stained bed and a horrific truth. The man lay lifeless, bearing a stab wound, and what was documented as apparent trauma to his genitalia. This chilling discovery underscored the brutality of the attack and raised further questions about Guo's actions and state of mind. Despite initially claiming the victim wasn't in pain, she later called police in a state of hysteria to report an unresponsive male. Upon arriving, officers found a gruesome scene with a heavily injured and stabbed man and significant trauma. While the official cause of death remains undisclosed by the Mesa County Coroner's Office, the details paint a picture of extreme violence. Significantly, Guo reported a leave contest to the crime and requested immediate arrest upon encountering police. She was subsequently charged with second-degree murder, a designation that typically applies to unlawful killings with malice but lacking premeditation. Second-degree murder falls between plant murder and unintentional killing. This can occur during a sudden heated argument and violence erupts without thought of taking a life. As of now, the identity of the victim remains undisclosed, and it's unclear if Guo has secured legal representation. This case highlights the complexities of domestic violence and the devastating consequences that can erupt from seemingly ordinary arguments. Shenting Guo's next quote appearance is set for May 22nd. because of the death of her partner and other details surrounding the case are still under investigation. The Grand Junction Police Department has not yet responded to inquiry from the U.S. Sun seeking further comment. That was all for today's video. If you want more content like this, don't forget to subscribe and click on the bell icon. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. See you in the next video.